Hello, friends, and welcome to the next Tall Tavern update. In today's update, we're going to go over the user experience design flows that we have just created and will shortly implement into our app. If you've been following along, you know that Tall Tavern has some very exciting features planned, up to and including an AI game master and the ability to have AI NPCs and other characters at the table. Some really innovative things that have never been done before. But you have to walk before you can run. And the first step in this overall journey is to record, transcribe, and summarize your tabletop role playing game sessions so you don't have to take notes. So you don't have to take your attention away from the game and the players at the table, and instead can give the game your full focus. So, with that in mind, this is that first foundational feature that will enable a lot of other future features by giving context to the app as to what's in your world. What's the tone, the atmosphere? Is it funny? Is it scary? Does it have a mix of both? All of these things will inform when the app creates an NPC or location or encounter or does a character backstory tie in. All of these things are informed by the transcripts, the summarizations of those transcripts, and how the app and the user organizes that information into a wiki for their world to represent their campaign. So, with that in mind, we're going to get into the version of this app that just records, transcribes, and summarizes your tabletop role playing game sessions. We start at a login screen, as you might expect. You can log in with Apple, Google, or Discord. And if you are a new user, you go through the new user flow. You would first create a campaign because everything that you are going to do is going to reside within that campaign. So that is like the file cabinet for all of your file folders that contain information about your world. You can have as many campaigns as you want, but to get started, you just click on a new campaign and be greeted with a screen that allows you to put in some basic information about your campaign, such as its name and the RPG system that you're using. Now, that's important because selecting 5th edition versus Pathfinder or Vampire the Masquerade or Call of Cthulhu or whatever will inform how the app interprets things like proper nouns that you are sharing when you are going through your game session. Once you've done that, you have some information that you put in and you create the campaign. Now you have kind of the home for your information, for your sessions within your campaign that you'll run. So you get everybody at the table, you slay the greatest, tabletop role playing game opponent ever, which is scheduling a game, and you all sit down and you start your session. Once you have created a new session, you can just record it. So you have your cell phone out, click the record button, set it down on the table, and forget about it, and just go about your game. It will show you that it is recording by giving you kind of like some moving feedback just to show you that your voice is being recorded and everything's working as expected. You have the ability to pause it whenever you want. Say you have a snack break or whatever reason. And you also have the option to delete the recording if you maybe wanted to start over or you're just testing things out, but you don't need to save it, whatever it is, you've got that option. And then more importantly, you have the option to save your recording once the game session has concluded. So in either case, you just get kind of an option to confirm what you're doing, whether you're deleting the session or if you have concluded the session and you want to save it. Once you have saved your session, you'll now see back in the campaign screen, you have a session that has now been saved, and you can view it to take a look at the transcript of your game session. You'll then have the option to summarize that transcript. Most tabletop role playing game sessions last between 2.5 hours and 6 hours. So the transcripts will be long. And if what you're using this for is post game recaps, so when you start your new session, you can remind everyone where you're at, what's happened, or if you are keeping maybe a more concise journal for your character and what they've done in the campaign and things that you want to keep track of, whatever it is, you probably don't want to refer back to the entire transcript most of the time. You're probably just going to want to look at a more consolidated summary. So this will give you the ability to do that. And then you've got your summary. That is the main user experience flow for a new user. Now, if you're an existing user, you'd go back to the app and you'd see all of your campaigns. So one of the great things about Tall Tavern is you're going to be able to have unlimited campaigns. If you're a part of multiple campaigns, we've got you covered and there's no limits there. You can then just really easily click session to add a new session into whatever campaign you happen to be playing that day. And then you jump right back into it to either record your session, or if instead of clicking that session button, you click the campaign button, you could then go to your campaign and see kind of all of the sessions within it. For example, if you wanted to review a past transcript or summary, you'd be able to do it in that way. And that's it. So I'm very excited. We've got these Figma files finished. So we are now in the we're now going about implementing this user experience into the app, and then bringing in a few people who have active games that really want to test this out, share a lot of like detailed feedback, meet with the team, and that sort of thing. So that's where we're at. I'm very excited. We're getting very close to having a beautiful, elegantly designed, kind of simple, straightforward way to record your game sessions and really take a lot of that toil out of playing a tabletop role-playing game. Hope you liked it, and hope to hear from you soon.